Hello, everyone. Welcome to round number 6 of the FIDE Candidates 2022. And one of the highlights of this round is this win by Caruana over the young superstar Firouzja. Caruana is showing Firouzja how elite chess or elite preparation is played. All right, check it out. Firouzja was white with d4. Knight f6, c4, e6, g3, d5, bishop g2, bishop e7, knight f3, castles, queen d3. I don't think this is elite preparation with queen d3. Yeah, queen d3 in the Catalan is not that venomous. Caruana strikes in the middle with c5, castles, c takes on d4. Knight takes d4, no, knight c6, an easy equality for black. Takes on d5, knight takes d4, yes. Knight takes d5, rook b1, bishop f6, queen g4, bishop to d7, knight into d2, queen e7, knight f3, rook a c8. Caruana controls the c file. e4, nice counterplay with e5. Let's go with attack on the queen. Firouzja went for queen h5, knight d4. White's activity is just too much here. Knight c2 is coming up, can transfer to d4. Bishop g5 takes, knight takes h6. White is relying on the simple tricks, which is not working in elite chess. Knight f3, knight c6. She went for the sacrifice. Okay, here b4 is still playable, although black is still ahead, of course, but knight takes b4. If you play knight takes e5 here, maybe this bishop a4. Rook takes d7, okay. White has bishop h3, but does it work? Bishop h3, Caruana has f5. Firouzja went for e takes f5. Now, if he captures with bishop takes f5 here, for example, okay, let's take a look at bishop takes f5. Black has queen e8. He saves his rook because the rook will take on e8 if queen takes on e8. Yeah, there's rook takes e8. And a healthy exchange for black. Firouzja went for e takes f5, rook e8. Knight h4 is played. If you go f6, for example, queen f7, there's always this exchange of the queen. The rook on e8 protects the important e5 pawn. Firouzja went for knight h4. Everything is under control according to Fabiano. To d1, queen f7, queen e2. If you try to go for knight g6, attacking the rook on f8, black will just play knight e5. That rook e8 move was nice, controlling the important e5 square. It stops white's attack on the king. There's also a pin on the queen on h5. Oops. So Firouzja had to go back queen e2. Caruana captures that pawn on a2. Knight g6, no problem. Rook f7, controlling d7, controlling 7th. Knight goes back to f4, no problem. Into b3. Bishop g4, because black was actually threatening queen f3. e3. King g2, exchange. Yeah, when you're up, is simplified. Takes, f takes e3, opens up the second rank. Nice one. Caruana plays rook c7, threatening rook c2. King h3, knight f7, elite chess here. Bishop f3, rook c2, knight g5, taking away the bishop, eliminating one attacker. Right, check, no problem. King h7, king takes f3. If white goes for the mate, let's say knight g6, black has queen c4. If you go king h5, there's rook takes h2, so nothing white can do. If you take that knight on f3 now, okay, I have queen f1, king goes to g4, I have rook c4, yes. Or I can also go for queen e2. King has to go somewhere, queen takes h2, this is too much. So king takes f3, queen b2, queen e8, okay, queen f6, controlling g6, e4, rook takes h2. Caruana says no problem. Firouzja went for queen d7. Now let's take a look at knight g6. This is for wise only hope. But queen c3 is coming. You go king g4, there is h5. Yes, the rook, the queen, and that pawn. If you go king f4, rook f2, it's going to be checkmate. King goes g5 back, queen takes g3, king takes h5, rook h2. You only have knight h4, and the queen is dead on h5, rook takes h4. So Firouzja played queen to d7. Caruana has queen c3, king g4, queen d2. Changing the queen, also threatening queen to d1. Firouzja played queen a4, but after the move, he also resigned because he never has to wait for Caruana to play the move h5 or b5. Black has two threats here. Okay, the queen protects d1 for now, but black can play b5 here or just simply h5. What's the point of h5? Okay, knight takes h5, for example. There's queen e2 because the knight moves away from defending the important e2 square. If the king goes to g5, there is queen to d8. The activity of the queen, and it is checkmate with queen takes f6. Okay, what to do? King f3 back. Rook f2 is mate. Mate everywhere. And what a win by Caruana. He's half a point behind the leader, Ian Nepomniachtchi. Both challenges are showing the group how it is to be the challenger in the World Championship. And also here, Caruana is showing Firouzja. Okay, this is, of course, an important experience for the young Alireza. Elite chess is actually different. Yeah. Okay, he went to 2802 to 804. It was an open in Riga, but in close tournaments it's different. Yeah, when you have the likes of Caruana and this lions, yeah, the big dogs of world chess. Caruana, you have Nepomniachtchi. And okay, Wesley's not here. We have Nakamura. It's different chess when you play an elite group. And also in terms of preparation, it's different. It's world-class preparation. And what I didn't like here is queen d3 by Firouzja. That's if you want to go for it. If this is a candidate, it's an important tournament. There are some better variations from the one. Queen d3 was not venomous. You can go for knight c3. Yeah, go for the main line, but not that queen d3. It was easily. Caruana easily equalized and went on to win the game. All right, so that was it. Nepomniachtchi continues to lead with 4.5 out of 6. Caruana is just half a point behind both challengers. Yeah, former challengers to Magnus are showing the field, leading the way. Yeah, but it's still 8 more games to go. We'll continue our coverage of the candidates in the days to come. Thank you guys for supporting our channel, Charles Smash Chess and Charles Smash Entertainment, on Facebook and YouTube. This is Coach Oliver. Stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye.